Edna's grandfather, Marshall Strickland. That's the same picture I saw in Edna's apartment, way back, in the future. This hat doesn't frame her face very well. Nice fit. Looks like a Strickland to me.
Like my little brother, perhaps, but not like my grandfather. Grandfather was much more, shaggy. Oh, grandfather, how well you look. How well everything looks.
How does everything look? Tell me.
It's a bit rustic, to be sure, but all the buildings are so sturdy and well kept, and the young people of Hill Valley, they're so virtuous and upright. So unlike the degenerate specimens from the 20th century, and I know the reason why.
Why?
They haven't yet fallen prey to the vices of booze and debauchery. They are still in a state of innocence. I think I could learn to like living here. But who's this?
Who?
This big lout swaggering up the street. Lips curled in an insolent sneer. He's a newcomer to Hill Valley. Beauregard. Beauregard...
Tannen.
Yes!
Good guess.
Look, acting like a big shot. Throwing his money around. Stolen money, no doubt. Why can't they see through him? The two-bit phony! And now his plan becomes clear. He's bought a plot of land in town. He's going to put up a
what?
I don't know. It's something I don't like. Something evil.
This is the key to our mystery. We've got to get her memory back in the groove.
About a watering hole.
A saloon? In Hill Valley? Oh, he can't do that! Grandpa, you can't let him do it! You can't let that snake ruin paradise! Well, If they're all too blind to stop him, I'll just have to take the law into my own hands. I'll make sure this sinful establishment never opens its doors. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. Something very conclusive. Young man, you've just given me an idea. First, we'll need some kerosene. Apply it liberally to the building site. No sense in being parsimonious. And now, watch. Isn't it beautiful? The devil's handiwork consumed by the fires of righteousness! Burn, you sucker! Burn!
She was this passionate when we were dating.
Oh.
What is it, Edna? Is it the fire?
Turn away! Don't look!
It's not staying in the saloon, is it? It's spreading. The other buildings in Hill Valley.
My intentions were pure. It wasn't supposed to happen like this.
But it did happen like this. And you've been repressing it all these years because you can't stand to admit that you're...
A hooligan. I'm a hooligan.
They're all too thick.
Here's the story. Black and white and red all over.
Huh. Hill Valley destroyed by fire. Started approximately 2 a.m., July 17th, 1876.
Of course, I'm not the real criminal in this story. Am I, Mr. Sagan? You set me up for a fall. You and Smirnoff. You made me steal your infernal car. You made me burn down Hill Valley. And now, by the powers invested in me by the town of Hill Valley, I hereby sentence you to criminals
Hey!
You! How much have you heard?
Enough for a month's worth of headlines in a Hayesville Herald. 2 months worth if you shoot those fellas.
I could shoot you too, you know.
But you won't, because that would be against the law. And you never break the law, right? This is your cue to skedaddle.
Right.
Much obliged. There's Beauregard Tannen's half-finished saloon. Sometime during the next hour, Edna's going to light it on fire and accidentally burn down Hill Valley.
I wonder where her DeLorean is.
We'll find it later. Right now, we've got to stop that fire. I'll go around back. You go through the front.
Got it. I think I liked it better on the outhouse. I'd better not get too close. I'd better not get too close.
Who's there?
Edna, stop. It's just me.
Mr. Sagan, what are you doing here?
I was gonna ask you the same question, Miss Pickford.
Isn't it obvious? I'm putting an end to your den of iniquity before it starts.
I don't think so, Mary. I don't like shooting women, but no one comes between Beauregard B. Tannen and his livelihood.
Tannen, stop! You shoot her, she'll drop the torch, and this whole place will burn up. Edna, stop! If you drop that torch, he'll shoot us.
Looks like we're at something of a standoff here, Mr. Tannen.
I don't see a way out unless somebody manages to disarm both of you at the same time.
How the hell am I supposed to do that?
Dolores Miskin? Cripes, it's no wonder the town went up. I can smell the kerosene from here.
Was that a mouse?
What's the matter, Miss Pickford? Scared of a little mouse?
No, but you should be scared. Mice carry diseases. It's a fact. Look it up. Why are you dressed like that?
I wasn't planning on visiting.
Chandeliers right over their heads. That's gotta be useful somehow. Hang in there, Doc. If I had a gun, I could probably outdraw Tannen, but I don't. If I had a gun, I could probably outdraw Tannen, but I don't. Dolores Miskin? If I don't figure out some way of dousing that flame, Edna's gonna burn down the town.
Maybe we can come to a more peaceable solution, Mr.
That must be where Edna got the kerosene. If I had a gun, I could probably outdraw Tannen, but I don't.
Are you here to haul me back to 1931 for my supposed crimes? Or is there some sort of time court for that kind of thing?
Time court? What in the name of Ulysses S. Grant is she talking about?
Mary Pickford?
Don't tell me that you're...
Man, this thing is not light.
Say, that's a lovely chandelier you've got there, Cannon. Is it French?
French? Nah, I got it off a wagon that had the misfortune of being robbed the week before I struck it rich in Nevada City.
What kind of odds would you give me that I can disarm you and douse the young lady's torch simultaneously?
About the same odds that you can walk out of here without getting a shot to the gut, stranger. Why are you so hellfire determined to meddle in my affairs, woman? You've been a-burring my behind for over a month now.
You're the source of the hellfire around here, Tannen. I'm just fanning the flames a little.
Lady, I'm just giving the hard-working folk of Hill Valley a place to play some cards, look at some dancing girls, and knock back a few drinks.
Exactly. A 100 years from now, Hill Valley will erect a statue in my honor.
If you go through with this, there won't be a Hill Valley 100 minutes from now. Mary Pickford?
Don't tell me that you're not traveling through time under a pseudonym, Mr. Carl Sagan.
Quit yammering, you two! Nothing worse than a chatty standoff.
There's gotta be something I can use to put a damper on this situation.
Say, that's a lovely chandelier you've got there, Cannon. Is it French?
French? Nah, I got it off a wagon that had the misfortune of being robbed the week before I struck it rich in Nevada City.
you here to haul me back to 1931 for my supposed crimes? Or is there some sort of time court for that kind of thing?
Time court? What in the name of Ulysses S. Grant is she talking about?
What kind of odds would you give me that I can disarm you and douse the young lady's torch simultaneously?
About the same odds that you can walk out of here without getting a shot to the gut, stranger.
There's gotta be something I can use to put a damper on this situation.
Why are you dressed like that?
I wasn't planning on visiting the 19th century today.
And I wasn't planning on shooting a couple of lunatics today. Guess life's full of surprises, ain't it?
Not sure what that...
Why are you so hellfire determined to meddle in my affairs, woman? You've been a-burring my behind for over a month now.
You're the source of the hellfire around here, Tannen.
Not sure what that... Not sure what that... Not sure what that... Not sure what that...
A 100 years from now, Hill Valley will erect a statue in my honor.
If you go through with this, there won't be a Hill Valley 100 minutes from now. Maybe we can come to a more peaceable solution, Mr. Tanner.
Keep your distance, Fancy Pants. I don't know you from Adam, but that won't stop me from putting you in a box next to your crazy girlfriend.
I'm not his girlfriend.
Ha!
Say, that's a lovely chandelier you've got there, Cannon. Is it French?
French? Nah, I got it off a wagon that had the misfortune of being robbed the week before I struck it rich in Nevada City.
Why are you dressed like that?
I wasn't planning on visiting the 19th century today.
And I wasn't planning on shooting a couple of lunatics today. Guess life's full of surprises, ain't it?
There's gotta be something I can use to put a damper on this situation.
What kind of odds would you give me that I can disarm you and douse the young lady's torch simultaneously?
About the same odds that you can walk out of here without getting a shot to the gut, stranger.
Mary Pickford?
Don't tell me that you're not traveling through time under a pseudonym, Mr. Carl Sagan.
Quit yammering, you two! Nothing worse than a chatty standoff.
Are you here to haul me?
Man, this thing is not light. Man, this thing is not light. It's right over his head, but I can't knock him out while Edna's still holding that torch.
Why are you so hellfire determined to meddle in my affairs, woman? You've been a-burring my behind for over a month now.
You're the source of the hellfire around here, Tannen. I'm just fanning the flames a little.
Lady, I'm just giving the hard-working folk of Hill Valley a place to play some cards, look at some dancing girls, and knock back a few drinks.
Exactly. A 100 years from now, Hill Valley will erect a statue in my honor.
If you go through with this, there won't be a Hill Valley 100 minutes from now. Maybe we can come to a more peaceable solution, Mr. Tannen.
Keep your distance, fancy pants. I don't know you from Adam, but that won't stop me from putting you in a box next to your crazy girlfriend.
I'm not his girlfriend.
Ha!
What kind of odds will you give me that I can disarm you and douse the young lady's torch simultaneously?
About the same odds that you can walk out of here without getting a shot to the gut, stranger.
There's gotta be something I can use to put a damper on this situation.
Mary Pickford?
Don't tell me that you're not traveling through time under a pseudonym, Mr. Carl Sagan.
Quit yammering, you two! Nothing worse than a chatty standoff.
Why are you dressed like that?
I wasn't planning on visiting the 19th century today.
And I wasn't planning on shooting a couple of lunatics today. Guess life's full of surprises, ain't it?
Say, that's a lovely chandelier you've got there, Tannen. Is it French?
French? Nah, I got it off a wagon that had the misfortune of being robbed the week before I struck it rich in Nevada City.
Well, there's a sandbag over Tannen's head. I wonder if I can get something over Edna's torch.
Are you here to haul me back to 1931 for my supposed crimes? Or is there some sort of time court for that kind of thing?
Time court? What in the name of Ulysses S. Grant is she talking about?
There's gotta be something I can use to put a damper on this situation.
A 100 years from now, Hill Valley will erect a statue in my honor.
If you go through with this, there won't be a Hill Valley 100 minutes from now.
Why are you so hellfire determined to meddle in my affairs, woman? You've been a-burring my behind for over a month now.
You're the source of the hellfire around here, Tannen. I'm just fanning the flames a little.
Lady, I'm just giving the hard-working folk of Hill Valley a place to play some cards, look at some dancing girls, and knock back a few drinks.
Exactly.
What kind of odds would you give me that I can disarm you and douse the young lady's torch simultaneously?
About the same odds that you can walk out of here without getting a shot to the gut, stranger.
There's gotta be something I can use to put a damper on this situation.
Are you here to haul me back to 1931 for my supposed crimes? Or is there some sort of time court for that kind of thing?
Time court? What in the name of Ulysses S. Grant is she talking about?
Maybe we can come to a more peaceable solution, Mr. Tannen.
Keep your distance, fancy pants. I don't know you from Adam, but that won't stop me from putting you in a box next to your crazy girlfriend.
I'm not his girlfriend.
Ha!
A 100 years from now, Hill Valley will erect a statue in my honor.
If you go through with this, there won't be a Hill Valley 100 minutes from now. Say, that's a lovely chandelier you've got there, Tannen. Is it French?
French? Nah, I got it off a wagon that had the misfortune of being robbed the week before I struck it rich in Nevada City.
There's gotta be something I can use to put a damper on this situation.
Why are you dressed like that?
I wasn't planning on visiting the 19th century today.
And I wasn't planning on shooting a couple of lunatics today. Guess life's full of surprises, ain't it?
I can't reach it. Even if I could knock it down, Edna'd be free to torch the place. Not quite. I can't reach it. I can't reach it.
Mary Pickford?
Don't tell me that you're not traveling through time under a pseudonym, Mr. Carl Sagan.
Quit yammering, you two! I'm worse than a chatty standoff.
The sandbag's right over Tannen's head.
Why are you so hellfire determined to meddle in my affairs, woman? You...
Sandbag's right over Tannen's head. I can't reach it. Not sure what that... There's gotta be something I can use to put a damper on this situation.
Why are you dressed like that?
I wasn't planning on visiting.
Not sure what that... Well, there's a sandbag over Tannen's head. I wonder if I can get something over Edna's torch. Heavy. Not quite. Man, this thing is not light.
100 years from now, Hill Valley will erect a statue in...
Pickle juice. That ought to be handy for putting out torches. It's too heavy to lift. I wonder what's in these. Oh, stay quiet. God.
What the hell? Oh, cow crap. There goes all my pickled pig's feet. Why are you...
Man, this thing is not light. I can't reach it. Going down.
Looks like your torch is getting a little dim there, Miss Pickford.
It's still hot enough to bring down this little bit of Gomorrah, Tannen.
Maybe we can come to a...
All right, physics.
What was that noise?
What noise? I didn't hear a noise. Mary Pickford?
Don't tell me that you're not traveling through time under a pseudonym, Mr. Carl Sagan.
Quit! Yammering, you two. Nothing worse than a chatty standoff.
Okay, that was lucky.
Won't be long now.
We'll just see. Are you here to haul me back to 1930?
Come on.
Got any last words?
I'll see you in hell, Tannen.
You first, lady.
Come on, you son of a...
Who the hell are you?
I'm the diversion, butthead. Nice one, Doc.
Don't tell Clara. She thinks fisticuffs said about example for the boys. Now, where's Edna?
Doc, she's gone. Edna's DeLorean.
Gotta stop her before she gets in. Come on.
You're smart, strong world class. You just need to make your way out of it. Oh, fudge!
What's she doing?
She's spouting
Parker? Then I must be back in... Would you be kind enough to tell me what day it is?
It's the day I place you under arrest for arson, resisting arrest, and being a general all-round pain in the ass.
No! You can't arrest me. Not now. I just got back from the last century.
Would you look at that? Edna Strickland, drunk as a skunk.
I'm not drunk, you reprobate. I'm a time traveler.
Sure you are.
Oh, I'm loving this.
I'll prove it to you. Come with me. We can do the whole day over if you want. We can fix everything.
We can start by drying you out. Come on, into the station with you.
You can bunk with me, doll.
I'd rather die. Stop it! Unhand me, you dolt!
Well, I guess that's it for Edna.
Yes, I suppose it is. You know, whoever said time heals all wounds didn't know squat about time travel.
What do we do about that, DeLorean?
No need to do a thing. Ever since we synced up the time circuits, the temporal breakdown in Edna's DeLorean has accelerated at an exponential rate. By my calculations, the timeline should catch up with it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now!
What the hell? Hey, Parker, you're not gonna believe this.
See? What'd I say? Ready to go home?
Wait, Doc, the timeline's not fixed yet. Look.
Sonny, you missed all the fireworks at the expo.
Yeah, so I heard. Listen, I heard a rumor about you two.
I guess we gotta come clean. Ta-da! Hardy took me to Reno last night.
Try to keep a secret in Hill Valley.
Well, you gonna congratulate us or what?
And it's true. My grandpa's married the wrong grandma. I'm done for.
Hey, are you feeling all right, kid? You don't look so hot.
Artie, you can't do this. You're not supposed to get married for another 5 years.
Well, I know Trixie and I were taking things slow.
But after that witch Edna got me fired with that postcard, we kind of accelerated things a little.
The postcard? Oh, man. This just isn't right.
Now, I know marrying a Canadian for a work permit isn't strictly by the book, but hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love.
Isn't he just the sweetest?
Can you see through me?
Nope, never could figure you out. I thought you'd be thrilled for us.
You don't understand. You're supposed to marry Sylvia Miskin.
But I did marry Sylvia Miskin.
What?
You didn't think my real name was Trixie Trotter, did ya?
Don't feel too bad. It was kind of a surprise to me, too.
Wait a minute. You're Grandma Sylvie?
Grandma? Hey, how old do you think I am, kiddo?
But you're so skinny and blonde and...
Yeah,
You know,
it's
I
amazing
think
what a
I'd
bottle
like
of
you
bleach
as a
will do
brunette.
for
I've
ya.
seen you naked. You're Sylvia?
You okay, pal?
Yeah, I'm fine. Great. You kids go off and have yourself a wonderful honeymoon. And don't worry about your dad, Artie. I'm sure he'll come around.
Come around to what?
To approving your marriage. You seem kind of mad about it back at the high school.
Well, that was before I got a look at her. Besides, as my dear old father Seamus used to say, no sense in getting riled up over something I can't do nothing about. And honestly, now that I met her, I can't imagine a better daughter-in-law than the charming Miss Sylvie here.
Aw, thank you, Dad.
As for you, stranger, I'll thank you to not go poking your nose in McFly family business.
It's been a pleasure, Agent Crockett.
See you in the funny paper, Sonny.
Bye, Grandma.
You know, I took some pictures of Trixie in 1931.
Hey, that's my grandma you're talking about.
Here we are, back in good old 1986.
May 14th?
15th. Best to build in a little lag time. Gives you a chance to catch up.
Looks like the estate sale is still going on. Hey, don't you want to stay, Doc? You gotta stop the bank from selling off all your old stuff.
What are you talking about? Estate sale? Bank? I'm not dead, Marty. Clara and I are having a little garage sale, that's all.
Garage sale? You mean...
Marty, you're back from your trip. Hello, Doc. Selling off the family treasures, eh?
Not quite, but I hope you find something you like.
Speaking of which, did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I sure did.
Great! Hey, is that a box of Asimov?
Let me get this straight. Are you telling me you live here now? In 1986?
Well, naturally. Claire and I maintain a part-time residence here. Wasn't that the case when you left?
No.
Strange. I can't imagine not sticking around. After all, I've got my late father's foundation to supervise. If I wasn't here, who'd present the annual Earhart Brown Scholarship for Young Scientists? Something funny?
I'll explain it to you later.
I don't see what's so funny about looking after a family legacy. Oh, almost forgot. I've got something for you. Happy graduation.
Graduation? But that's not for another... The McFlys of Hill Valley.
An exhaustively detailed history of your family. From your great-great-grandfather Seamus to the present.
You traveled through time to write this?
Well, most of the research was done traditionally, but your grandma Sylvia proved to be something of a mystery.
Which is why you traveled back to 1931, to look for her.
Exactly. Who knew she was singing in a speakeasy under a stage name?
This is great, Doc. Thanks.
It's the least I could do for the man who saved me from making the worst mistake of my life.
Yoo-hoo! Dr. Brown!
Edna?
Einie!
What's going on? What are you doing at my door?
The same thing I do every afternoon, silly man. Giving him such much-needed exercise. Isn't that right, Einstein?
Hey, Dollface, it's past time for our 3:30.
Coming, sweetie! Oh, Mr. McFly, have you seen my stepson anywhere?
Oh, Biff! I think you're late for an appointment.
Oh, well, gosh. You're right, Mr. McFly. Oh, hi, Marty.
Don't they make a great little family? You'd never know they met in prison.
Don't say anything. Let's just walk quietly into the lab and hope there are no more surprises. Marty, you can't be here. If your younger self sees you, the consequences could be catastrophic.
My younger self? Oh, right. Bring him along, too. This concerns all of us.
What do you mean? Does something happen to us?
Do we turn into assholes or something?
Nah, we're fine. But our great-great-grandkids?
What the hell?
Great Scott.
Doc, you gotta come back with me. Don't listen to him, Doc. It's me you gotta help. If you want to save Jennifer and our 12 kids. What? That timeline was overwritten 5 jumps back. Jennifer's out of the picture.
How can there be 2 more of me
your life is Tiff.
I have no idea.
Tiff
My
Tannen?
own rights of space-time
She's in prison.
should be tearing
Not
apart
in my
like a
world.
cheap dish rag right now.
It already is. What my evil twin and I are trying to say is the picture is totally jacked up. And you gotta come with me to save it. No, me. So, we meet at last. You've altered my timeline once too often.
What's going on, Doc?
Well, we do seem to have a conundrum on our hands. Or 3.
Yeah, Doc, but which one is the real me?
Isn't it obvious, Marty? Come on.
prepare to be erased. Doc, wait! What about the space-time continuum? Yeah, what about my future? And mine?
The future can wait. We've got a present to catch up with.
Where to, Doc?
Fine. Thrill me.
Tell me, doctor, where are we going this time? Is this the 50s or 1999? All I wanted to do was play my guitar and sing. So take me away, I don't mind, but you better promise me I'll be back in time. I gotta get back in time. Don't bet your future on one roll of the dice. Better remember, lightning never strikes twice. Please don't drive me. Don't wanna be late again. So take me away. I don't mind, but you better promise me I'll be back in time. Gotta get back in time. Gotta get back in time. Get me back in time. Gotta get back in time. Gotta get back in time. Get back, get back. Get back, buddy.
The history of Back to the Future in video games has not been a pretty one. And so My mandate to Telltale when they said we're going to do Back to the Future is this game cannot suck eggs.
I was aware of his frustration at previous attempts at making a game. Definitely, like the first time we met, we talked about that. You know, with Telltale, our process starts with the story and the characters, and we apply the story mechanics later. And I think that people were really excited about the potential of where this could go because we really want to protect the license. And, you know, also for us, like, getting Bob Gale's sign-off was everything.
There's never going to be a Back to the Future Part 4. We're not doing that. But Telltale's Back to the Future game is pretty close to what a Part 4 could be.
Making a Telltale game is sort of modeled after the TV episodic model where we, instead of telling one story at once, we tell a bunch of stories that are all connected over the course of a season. So in Back to the Future's case, it was 5 episodes. So first we figure out like the really rough story arc, and that's kind of where everything starts.
We would have roundtable meetings with the Telltale guys would come down to LA. We got to talking about things. I proposed that we go back into Doc Brown's youth because this was an idea that Bob Zemeckis and I had way early on when we were trying to figure out what Back to the Future Part 2 was going to be about.
And instantly, like, all of the fans in the room just went, yeah, that's why we should do this. That's the story we want to tell and explore. And then it was all just a matter of, okay, well, we have this basic idea. How do we get the player involved? What is, you know, obviously we want it to be a Doc and Marty story. That was kind of the core of what the films are. And so we started there, came up with the problem for the whole series of Doc getting stranded back in time. Then we go in and start actually kind of creating the concept art. I remember seeing that first Marty sketch was another key moment in the process where we're like, okay, that's the thing we were most worried about in this production. We've got that figured out, now we can move on.
Well, the best part of the Telltale guys on the game were they were huge fans of the movie and they wanted to get it right. They wanted really to be true to the spirit of Back to the Future.
Another like really important part of the process for us was getting the actual actors from the movie to be involved. From the very get-go, when the game was first pitched, we said we have to get Christopher Lloyd. If we're going to be doing Doc Brown in a huge speaking role, it's got to be right.
I think it's great. What a fabulous idea. It's certainly timely. I mean, video games are hot, and this is great material. I mean, it should be a lot of fun. Great Scott!
Having Tom Wilson come back for some voiceover now is rad.
Tom as Biff, episode 103, take 1.
You're lucky your old man's here, butthead.
I feel like that guy is just one of the huge parts. Like, you can't have a Back to the Future game without Biff.
He moves his neck more. He uses his jaw more than I do. You know, things like that. So with every character in the movie, I would think about those things. So it's there. I don't have to watch everything because I remember those cues also, the physicality. Although in voiceover it doesn't matter so much, but as you see, maybe in the B-roll, you see, you know, I'm trying to be physical to get back into it to be able to do it right.
And then having Claudia Wells come in too, like she was, I think, right off the bat, you know, interested as well, and heard that kind of the band was getting back together.
Jennifer?
What the hell?
The coup of all coups was getting Michael J. Fox to participate and be the voice of one of the McFly ancestors.
Well, yeah, so when we were trying to get all the cast together, we spoke with Michael J. Fox, but due to time commitments, couldn't be, you know, full-time like we needed him. But we got him to do the cameo, which was awesome. And I almost feel like that was almost a cooler use of him nowadays. But then the search turned to how do we find someone to do a Marty who can just come in and be our main character, and it was a really big worry for a while.
I voiced Marty McFly in Back to the Future, the game. That is what I did.
Jesus Christ, Doc, you disintegrated Einstein!
Pressure, yeah. To be like, oh, you know that amazing, iconic role that everyone loves and knows and can quote lines from, and that incredibly famous, wonderful actor, Michael J. Fox. Can you just replicate that? That's what I had going on in the back of my head. So yeah, it was a lot of pressure.
At one point, we got an email from our accountant who said that she'd gotten emailed an MP3 from some kid who said he would like to be Marty in the Back to the Future game.
I heard about this. I saw a news article. Telltale Games making Back to the Future and Jurassic Park into a game. And I was like, wow, that looks awesome. I would love to be, you know, the voice of Marty McFly, but there's no way in hell that's going to happen. And at the time, Telltale was a lot smaller, so you just have to Google Telltale to get like a list of phone numbers. And Rhoda was the first name that popped up, so I called her and I left a message that was basically this nerdy, like, hey, my name is AJ Locascio, I do a great Marty. I tried to sound as much like Marty as I could. I was like, it's my density to have this role.
But I remember it going across someone's desk, them hearing this audition and just saying, man, this kid sounds exactly like Michael J. Fox when he was young.
Doc, you gotta listen to me. The bruise on your head, I know how that happened. You told me the whole story.
It was almost no discussion. It was just kind of, yeah, we heard that MP3 that I think he recorded on like a Rock Band microphone with like, it was just insane, but it was that good.
AJ's Marty McFly is damn near flawless. When I heard his voice, I couldn't believe it.
I mean, I listened to it, and if I didn't know that this was not Michael, I would have assumed it was.
He was such a crucial piece to have that energy throughout the entire series, so it was amazing working with him.
I was obsessed with the movies growing up, like obsessed with Back to the Future. So it was something that was always in the back of my head. It was just a silly party trick at, what went from a social thing to party trick to actually becoming very useful.
So, Jennifer.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of me?
I don't.
Working on this from a fan perspective was the most pressure I've ever felt on anything. Trying to invent a way where we can pull you along through the story and then use dialogue options where you get to choose what Marty's going to say. And I think that's the kind of the hook for us, is giving you a situation and then saying, well, here's 3 different ways or 4 different ways that Marty could possibly react. If you were playing Marty, what would you do? And I think that it allows people to really author their own story.
Telltale's Back to the Future game is the only game that deserves to be called Back to the Future. It's very true to the spirit of the movies. The voice acting is terrific. The characterization is great. And with the new consoles, the game is just going to sparkle and jump off the screen.
Bringing this game to a new generation, even though it's not that old, is actually super exciting. Like getting to debut it again on all the new platforms. Telltale's got a lot bigger of a fan base now, and there's a lot of people who probably didn't know that we made this game. But it's still got a lot of the same core principles that are fun in a Telltale game. We're taking this thing that's super familiar and we're putting our own story in it and allowing you to play it. So in time with the 30th anniversary of the films, now we're getting to kind of add to what's out there in the media and saying, like, you're rebuying the movie again and watching it. Here's a game you might enjoy as well. And it kind of, watch the movies first, get back the nostalgia, and then right after the movie ends, you can pop in the game and continue the story from there.